Hey guys, so I thought I'd come to you today with my vlog on a topic that I think is pretty helpful and interesting, and that is support. So what do you do when you don't have support, or you have a lot of support, or kind of how does that help you in your journey? So I just wanted to share with you guys that, of course, we're a community on Facebook, text messaging that definitely offers support, which is really helpful when you're starting out, because they say if you can, come and check in with somebody or ask some questions, that you're more likely to continue doing it. So when I first started, I had the support of my mom. Which was fantastic, and my husband was on board with me working out, but he was not the greatest helper. So what I mean by that is I've always been okay with cooking 2 meals. So I would cook a kind of a family meal and then cook myself a meal, or I think you guys have seen in my pantry before, I still have cookies and things like that for my kids. So for example, if I would make a comment, oh, those cookies look so good, my husband would wave the cookie in my face like this and say, why don't you just have some? And I would say, no, I have goals. So my problem was not that I overate or I was an emotional eater or a binge eater. I was just not eating the right things, and I was not eating them in the right portions. So there are some people that have a lot of problems with having sweets, and they can't have any sweets in the house because they're too tempted to do it. So that may not, that you would have been like, oh, that would have killed me if my husband or a spouse or parents or somebody did that to me, right? So there are times where people are not going to understand your journey, and that's because they're not doing it. My husband never understood why I would say, oh, pizza smells so good, but I don't want to have that. And I would try and explain to him, look, I could have the slice of pizza. It fits in my macros. However, if I have that one slice of pizza, I'm going to be hungry later. Whereas that one slice of pizza, I could have a whole plate full of chicken, vegetables, even a potato for the same amount of calories, same amount of macros as that one slice of pizza. So that's kind of how I've always helped myself look at things. You guys have known that I still have ice cream. I still have full fat coffee creamer. I still do things that give me sweets throughout the day. Quest bars are fan-freaking-tastic. And I was so worried about the macros on them beforehand, but now I found ways to fit them in, and they're just, it's like having a dessert, but it's a healthy dessert for you. Now, should you eat 5 Quest bars a day? No, absolutely not. You want to get the majority of your proteins, things like that, from real food. But it's nice to have a treat every once in a while, or if you're on the go, I use them after post-workout. I'll have a Quest bar until I get home and I'm going to have dinner, things like that. So support can come in many shapes and forms. I still to this day question things. Am I doing the right things? Am I doing the right steps? Having a coach like Gabe, where he kind of, knocks you on the side of the head and said, yeah, wake up, you're doing good, look in the mirror, is helpful to me, because it makes me kind of snap out of that, because body dysmorphia is a real thing. And what that is it's where you can't see what other people see. So for example, I think I posted not too long ago on Facebook, sometimes you still see the big girl. So I'll look in the mirror, or if I'm not looking in the mirror, I'm just sitting on the bed. Sometimes I'll just feel like I'm big again, and then I look in the mirror and it shocks me that that's me. That's something that happens. Bodybuilders deal with it a lot. They never feel like they're as big as people say, hey, you got fantastic muscles, but they don't see that in their mind. They still see the skinny guy that started out. So of course there are ways to work on that, building up your self-esteem, building up, just working hard, and it takes time. The physical happens, I believe personally, a lot faster than the mental does. And you guys have known I've been on my journey for 3 and some odd months now, 3 years and some odd months, and still to this day sometimes, it's shocking to me. It took me a year to lose the bulk of the weight, but it's taken my mind time to catch up with that and really be okay with the size that I am now, and how I train and things like that. So Give yourself some time, be gentle. But support, if you can't find it at home, don't worry about it. My husband just now barely got on the bandwagon, and I think he maybe thought it was just a phase I was going to go through and I was going to kind of give it up. But once he realized that, no, this is my life now, I want to compete, I want to do all these things, I'm going to get really strict, he started looking at himself a little bit more and wanting to reach out and get some help too, with his nutrition and his exercises and stuff. So it will come. And then now he's like, oh, I know that I shouldn't have done that to you. Or, oh, now I know how hard it is when we go out and you smell this and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not saying that that might happen with your situation, but just know that, you got to kind of battle through it, unfortunately. But the good thing is that we have a support here. That's why I like the contest so much, is because we have team leaders where you can go, you can get your questions answered, you can get motivation, you can get help that you need. You have questions, you're just feeling sluggish, you don't want to go to the gym that day. We try and post things that get your mind going so that you can get in there and know that, we're all on the same team. We all want to see us do good in this contest. And so I think that those are really helpful because you build kind of that group feeling and that accountability too. And so those are some things that I suggest. Of course, you guys can always text or email, Facebook message me if you need an accountability partner, or, you want to train together or be on the team. The contest is starting, so yay. I haven't thought of a new team name yet. We might still go with Team Beast, but I am thinking about one, so definitely join in. It'll be lots of fun. But we're all here to help each other out. And, that's where you can get some support if you feel like you're not getting it at home, or coworkers, things like that. Just remember, it is your journey. It's not their journey. They might be able to do certain things that you may not be able to do either. And that's based on body types. To be honest, I have to train a lot harder. I have to do a lot more cardio than, a friend of mine that's an ectomorph or something where they just barely do cardio and they cut out, bread and they lose 20 pounds. That's just genetics for you. You got to love it. But we're all here to work hard and we're all here to support each other. So hopefully that helped you guys, and you join my team, and we'll see you soon.